What is up, guys? Apparently that's how I'm going to start my videos, because I don't know how else to start them. My name is Lindsay Beckler. I am the owner of LB Fitness, Lindsay Beckler Fitness and Consulting. I am a fitness consultant, a certified personal trainer, 5 years. And if you watched my last video, I'm also a 4-time natural national level bikini competitor, meaning that I've been to nationals 4 times. I've done 8 shows. Again, that's my history in the bodybuilding industry. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about cheat meals, because that's a question that I often get. If you follow my stuff, you know that I am an advocate of flexible dieting, if it fits your macros, counting macros. And so a lot of the times people will ask me, like, when can I have a cheat meal, or like, can I have a cheat meal? And I'll just tell you a little bit about my history with cheat meals and why I no longer have anything called a cheat meal. When I first got into bodybuilding, I would have like really strict dieting for Monday to Friday, and then maybe Saturday I'd get a cheat meal, which is just an untracked meal where, you'd go out with friends, have a burger and fries, maybe some dessert, whatever. Sunday comes and you get right back onto your routine, strict dieting, and back to training. So you would do this, I would do this over the course of a couple of months, and then as you are dieting and getting closer to show, your cheat meals disappear. So, the weekend comes and it's like, wow, I guess I'm just eating chicken and broccoli and rice for, the rest of my weekend, which, isn't very much fun. So the next time that you actually are rewarded with a quote-unquote cheat meal, I'm going to stop doing this, or maybe I'll continue, I haven't decided yet. But once you finally have one again, you're just to the point that you're so sick of dieting and being on such a strict regimen that you binge. Essentially, you just binge. So you have an untracked meal and you eat as much as you possibly can until, you're sick or you're full, and then guilt sets in, right? So the association that I have between guilt and cheat meals is why I don't have anything called a cheat meal, because I automatically associate that with feelings of guilt and feeling like I failed and I'm off plan and I'm off track. I really want to create a mindset for myself and for my clients where there are no cheat meals. There's no good or bad. It's mostly like, this is high in fat, this is high in carbs. Maybe I had a day where I was over in carbs or over in fats, but it wasn't a cheat meal. I was just over, or I had an untracked meal, which, maybe I went out and I knew I was going to be over, but I accepted that. And I just kind of, maybe in my check-in, I'll say I had an untracked meal and I was over, but I don't say, like, I don't plan to have a cheat meal, basically is what I'm getting at. So I would binge, and then starts the cycle of binging and restricting. So you restrict and then you binge, restrict, and then you binge, right? Because mentally you just can't handle it anymore, and your body is like, seriously, we're starving, we need food. So now what I'll do is maybe I'll have a high carb day, or if I know that I'm going to be planning to have a meal out with friends, or I'm planning to have some ice cream later in the day, or whatever that may be, I will plan my day around that meal. So let's just say tomorrow I know I want to have a serving of ice cream, or I'm going out for a meal with friends, or I'm having a glass of wine. Yes, I drink wine sometimes. Then I will already put that into my MyFitnessPal for the next day, and then I plan my whole day around it. So I'll put in, for tomorrow, I'll put in a glass of wine, which is maybe 25 grams of carbs. So then as I'm going through the day, I already have set aside 25 grams of carbs, or whatever the equivalent of, maybe it might be like 9 grams of fat for a glass of wine. So then I'll eat accordingly to that specific little treat that I've set aside for myself. again, so with clients, I prefer, and especially, and for myself too, like, I just feel like when you set yourself up for something like a cheat, or you call something a cheat, you're already putting it on this pedestal and having this thing that kind of, I don't want to say it owns you, but it kind of does. Like, you're just looking forward to it, and it's an untracked like time where I can just eat as much as I want. And I've had some crazy ass binges, let me tell you, or crazy cheat meals, cheat days, whatever. And sometimes, you know, a cheat meal will turn into a cheat day, and then it's like, well, I'm gonna eat shitty later anyways, so I'll just start the day with chocolate. Or like, well, I mean, like, I've already screwed it up today, so I'm just gonna have a cheat day. And then maybe next time you still have a lot of that sugar and whatever else in your system, and you're like, oh, you just kind of want to feed the craving, so you keep going, and then it just turns into a whole thing. So I had cheat day or cheat meals until 2015, just because they got so out of control and so bad. And then you start to think like, well, I can never have sugar again, or I can never have these food items again, because you placed such a stigma on them around, you know, eating shitty or eating bad. So what I plan to do, like I said before, is I will dedicate a part of my meals to something that I really want to have, and then I'll plan the rest of my day around that. I hope that's helped with cheat meals and all things accordingly. Thank you for the idea, Kylie Younghans. She was somebody who asked me about cheat meals and what my recommendation is on them. I'm also going to do a video about how to track booze. So, holidays are coming. Balance. Bye.